Creating a good enough study space in a real home. Parents, do you ever find yourself scrolling through social media, seeing these perfectly curated study nooks for kids, and then glance around your own lively, wonderfully imperfect home, feeling a pang of guilt? Maybe you worry that because you do not have a separate, quiet room or a dedicated ergonomic desk for your child, they are somehow missing out or will fall behind. You are not alone in feeling this pressure. Many of us carry this burden, believing that our children need perfect conditions to thrive academically. But what if I told you that the idea of a perfect study space is largely a myth, and that what truly matters for your child's focus, learning, and emotional well-being is something much simpler, much more flexible, and completely achievable in your very real home? Today, we are going to explore how to set up a good enough study space that genuinely supports your child's focus and learning, even amidst the beautiful chaos of family life. We are going to let go of that impossible ideal and embrace practical solutions that build not just academic skills, but also confidence, emotional intelligence, and a sense of ownership in your child. You are already an amazing parent, and you absolutely can create an environment where your child can flourish. If this is resonating with you already, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Wise Parent, and tell me in the comments how old your child is. We love hearing from you and building this supportive community together. Let us start by easing that parental guilt. You see, the young brain, especially in those formative 0 to 5 years, is a remarkable architect. It is constantly building connections based on interaction, safety, and consistent experiences. What it does not prioritize is pristine, silent, sterile environments. Think about it. Our ancestors learned and grew amidst the sounds and activities of their communities, not in isolated cubicles. Your child's brain is wired for connection first, for feeling safe and seen, and then for engaging with the world around them. When we feel pressured to provide a perfect study space, we often overlook what the brain truly needs for learning: emotional safety and predictability. A child who feels safe and connected can learn in almost any environment. A child who feels stressed or pressured, even in the quietest room, will struggle to focus because their brain is in a state of defense, not discovery. So, let us reframe this. We are not aiming for perfection. We are aiming for connection, consistency, and a sense of calm that enables concentration. Your home, with its natural sounds, its shared spaces, and its unique rhythm, is a wonderful place for learning. It teaches resilience and adaptability. The goal is to set up a simple, flexible space that signals to your child's brain: this is a place where we do focused work, without creating stress or shame. The key elements of a good enough study space are actually quite straightforward, and they prioritize your child's internal experience over external aesthetics. First, let us talk about a consistent spot. This does not mean a dedicated room. It means identifying a particular place that, at certain times, becomes the designated learning zone. It could be a specific chair at the kitchen table, a small corner of the living room, or even a particular spot on the floor with a cushion. The consistency here is not about the furniture, but about the ritual and the routine. When your child knows that this is where we do our schoolwork after snack, their brain starts to associate that spot with focused activity. This predictability provides a sense of safety, allowing their emotional brain to relax and their cognitive brain to engage with the task at hand. It is about creating a mental cue, a gentle signal that it is time to shift gears. Next, we consider limiting distractions. And here is where we need to be realistic. In a real home, limiting does not mean eliminating. It means managing. Think about both visual and auditory distractions. Visually, can you clear the immediate area of toys, tablets, or anything that pulls their gaze away? This might involve a quick 5-minute tidy up before sitting down. Auditory distractions are trickier. If you have younger siblings, pets, or background noise, complete silence is often impossible. This is where we can teach emotional intelligence and self-regulation. We can talk about what helps us focus. For some children, quiet background music works. For others, child-friendly noise-canceling headphones can be a lifesaver. What is most important is to avoid the frustration and shaming of, "Can you not hear me? Stop fiddling," and instead approach it with curiosity. "I notice it is hard for you to focus when your brother is playing. What do you think might help you concentrate a little better right now?" This empowers them to identify their own needs. Finally, basic supplies. Forget the elaborate pencil cases and brand new stationery sets. Your child needs the essentials, and they need them easily accessible. This could be a small box or a portable caddy with pencils, erasers, paper, crayons, or whatever specific tools they need for their current tasks. The benefit of a portable supply box is that the study space can literally move with them. If they feel more focused at the kitchen table one day and on a floor cushion the next, the tools are ready. This teaches adaptability and allows them to take ownership over their learning process. Providing these basic tools in an organized way also reinforces predictability, signaling to their brain that they are prepared and ready. And this brings us to one of the most powerful elements of creating a good enough study space: involving your child in the process. This is where we truly build their emotional intelligence and confidence. Instead of dictating, "You will study here," invite them to be a co-architect. Ask them, "Where in our home do you feel you can focus best?" Or, "What are the most important things you need to have nearby when you are working on your homework?" You might be surprised by their answers. They might choose a spot by a window for natural light, or a cozy corner of their room, or even the dining table, where they can feel your presence. When children have a say in creating their environment, they develop a sense of ownership and agency. This is crucial for their developing sense of self-worth and inner confidence. It is a subtle but profound way to build their brain architecture, showing them that their opinions matter and that they are capable of making wise choices for themselves. This participation also reduces power struggles because they are part of the solution, not just passively receiving instructions. By asking, listening, and collaborating, you are strengthening your connection with them and teaching them valuable self-advocacy skills. This is parenting with connection over control, and it lays the foundation for a lifetime of self-reliance. If the idea of empowering your child by involving them in decisions like this feels both exciting and a little daunting, please know that you are in good company. This shift from control to connection is a journey for many of us, especially if we were raised in environments that emphasized obedience over collaboration. This is your opportunity to break those cycles and parent in a way that truly nurtures your child's spirit and mind. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment sharing one way you plan to involve your child in setting up their good enough study space. Your insights help other parents in our community. Let us consider some real-life scenarios. Perhaps your kitchen table is the only large, flat surface. Before homework time, you can involve your child in transforming it. Together, you might clear away breakfast dishes, wipe down the surface, and then bring out their portable supply box. This collaborative cleanup and setup becomes part of the routine, signaling the shift to study time. When they are finished, the supplies go back in the box, and the table returns to its family function. This teaches flexibility and respecting shared spaces, crucial life skills. Or maybe your child prefers a quiet corner of their bedroom. Instead of buying an expensive desk, consider a small, easily movable table, or even just a lap desk they can use while sitting on the floor with a comfortable cushion. The key is that consistent spot, which could simply be my cozy corner with the blue cushion. We are focusing on what the brain needs for focus, not what a catalog tells us we need for aesthetics. When it comes to managing distractions, think creatively. If younger siblings are active nearby, can you schedule quiet playtime for them during study periods, perhaps with puzzles or books? Or, as mentioned, introduce the idea of headphones. Make it a tool for focus, not a punishment for distraction. These headphones are like a superhero shield for your ears, helping you concentrate on your mission. This playful approach makes it empowering. Remember, the goal is not to create a sterile, silent chamber. It is to foster an environment where your child feels capable, supported, and safe enough to engage with their learning. The beautiful thing about a good enough space is that it adapts to your family's life. Rather than demanding your family adapt to an unrealistic ideal, it teaches children that focus is a skill they can cultivate, not a state that magically appears under perfect conditions. It builds their resilience and adaptability, preparing them for a world that is rarely perfectly quiet or perfectly organized. What we are really doing here is building more than just study habits. We are building emotional intelligence. We are teaching children how to understand their own needs for concentration, how to communicate those needs, and how to take active steps to create an environment that supports them. This is a foundational skill that will serve them far beyond their school years, in every aspect of their lives. A child who learns to manage their environment for focus is a child learning self-regulation, a cornerstone of emotional strength. So, let go of the pressure to be perfect. Your good enough is more than enough. It is filled with connection, understanding, and the wisdom to know that true learning happens in the embrace of a loving, supportive home, not necessarily within the confines of an immaculate desk. You are not just providing a place to study. You are nurturing a resilient, confident, and emotionally intelligent learner. I encourage you to pick just one idea from today's video and try it this week. Maybe it is involving your child in choosing their consistent spot, or putting together a simple supply box. Remember to approach it with curiosity and connection. If this video helped you let go of some guilt and feel more confident, please give it a like. Subscribe to Wise Parent for more ways to raise emotionally intelligent children, and share in the comments one practical step you will take to create your child's good enough study space. We are here to support you every step of the way. And if you are ready to dive deeper into building your child's inner confidence, be sure to check out our next video on how to praise effort, not just outcomes.